What's up, everybody? I am here with the two newest members of the Daiwa Tatula family. Yeah, there's a lot of members of this family in the Tatula family. We joke around about it a lot here, but these two are two of the most important members of the family because it's the volume sellers in the Tatula family have always been the SV casting reels. These reels feature a technology called SV, stands for stress-free versatile, that has been popular all over Asia and all over the Western Hemisphere over here, that really helps you in preventing backlashing. It is the stress-free versatile means it's an easy way to go out fishing with a bait caster all day long, changing baits and not worrying about fine-tuning your bait caster every time you want to switch lures or your conditions change, like a wind change or anything like that. It just makes it easy for you to cast without worrying about backlashing. And I would say, a lot of people call me biased on it, but I've played with a lot of the braking systems. I'm a braking system junkie on reels. I think this one does the most as far as heavy braking pressure to prevent a backlash altogether, right? What it has always done, though, the knock on it has been, if there is a knock on it at all, it has prevented the reels from being the distance casters some of the other braking technologies have. The traditional Mag Force Z from Daiwa will cast further. The DC technology from Shimano will cast further. But I do think it aids you in your ability to not backlash. So for me, it became kind of a staple feature that I had in most of the reels I had in my boat, because I am somebody who uses a reel for multiple techniques. I'm not somebody who looks for a technique specific reel all the time. And that's something I want to point out with these two reels that I think gets overlooked. A lot of people think like dock skipping or finesse fishing with a bait caster when they think of SV. I completely disagree. I think what stress-free versatile really shines at is being this is a tool that will do any job. I can throw big baits with it, little baits, I can throw big line, little line, I can do finesse stuff, I can power fish, all that stuff, and I don't worry about having problems. And in fact, I really haven't had problems backlashing since this technology came out. These two models have some features on them that a lot of people may have flown under the radar for a lot of people, but they do feature their updated hyperdrive technology. And hyperdrive does not only increase the smoothness of the feeling of the gearing, it also improves the durability and longevity of the reels. So that's a really cool feature that they added. It's obviously, just like a lot of things, it's technology that came down to the higher price point reels. I believe it came down from Zillion this time into the Tatula family. Also, the 100 size, which is a brand new frame size for them. It does share a frame size with the standard Tatula 100. I believe that just got upgraded last year, but at least shape anyway. But this is a new frame shape. So if you are a SV Tatula person and you don't have the new one, this would be the frame shape that would be surprising to you because it's a little different. I think this one palms a little smaller to me than the previous generations. It might not even be physically smaller in hand or by the look of it with your eye, but it feels like it palms a little smaller. And it's got a great little well in here for resting your thumb. I've been a big fan of that since these reels came out. It palms insanely comfortably. I think if that's one of the key features of this reel that I think gets overlooked the most is that this one here, if you're somebody who likes the smaller, more compact bait casters like this guy, I'd run a lot of the 70s and 80s size reels, that this reel, to me, in a 100 size, palms very nicely. It's a very small, compact reel. And this one features the SV Boost Spool, which that spool gives you the ability now to cast far as well as have all that SV protective braking feature. So now, just like its older brother, that's a higher end brother there, the Daiwa Zillion SV, this has that boost technology which will help you cast further. I really am excited to get some of these for next year. I'm going to be fishing with these quite a bit because I like that boost spool in the Zillion. It does allow you to cover water and cast a lot further than a traditional SV spool would. So if you're looking for a reel to help you throw moving baits and you're looking for distance casting, you're going to enjoy fishing with this one a lot over the previous generation Tatula SV. But it still gives you the ability to wind that brake up with that external braking dial there, which I love, that it's external. You don't got to go inside the side plate to adjust, turn that way up, and I can still run up to a dock and fire at it as hard as I want and know I can skip up underneath there and not blow the reel up. Next up is the 150. Now this one begs some more questions because this one is is the original Tatula SV's frame shape. So it's almost like a throwback reel to the original Tatula SV. But now you're getting a 100mm handle, which kudos Daiwa on that. I love 95, 100, even 110mm handle. I love the extra torque you get out of a bigger handle. It doesn't feel oversized to me at all, and I like that bigger handle feeling. Both of the reels feature zero adjust, so you're not to monkey with your spool tension here, and I know that bothers a lot of people that are old school baitcaster fans that love to loosen up their spool tension. These reels perform better with the factory setting there and no side-to-side play in the spool. This one has the traditional SV spool, and it does not have that boost feature. So this one, I don't think you need the boost feature as much in, because of the idea that this one holds a little bit more line. You're going to use this one when you're throwing a little bit bigger baits than you'd be throwing with this one. So if you want to throw bigger line and bigger baits, and you're not necessarily looking for, 12-pound test fluorocarbon and a small little crankbait, but you might be throwing some bigger line in a chatterbait, or bigger, decent, like a 6-inch mag draft, baits that are decent size. This one with some bigger line on it is going to get that distance just out of the sheer weight of the bait itself, because this would be more of your power fishing model. If you want to run big braid and mat fish with a frog, or you want to do stuff where you're going to put a lot more torque and pressure on the fish and the reel, this would be a great option for you. So if you like that traditional frame shape, check out this 150, and if you want to balance out a longer rod or a heavier rod, check out this 150 here. If you're looking for more of a compact all-around reel that not only casts really far but also has that SV technology and will balance out a lighter weight rod, maybe your little higher end rods, the Tatula AGS rods versus the standard Tatula rods, check out this 100 with that boost spool. Both of them are great options for you and will get the job done.